So I'm like, okay, you're going to figure this out. So I get out almost like when it's like restart. Have you tried restarting the computer? I like got out, like closed the door, like got back in. I don't think that would do anything, but I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm screwed.
You thought opening and shutting the door
I don't know.
was the same as restarting the computer?
I hate your guts. So I'm pressing every button. I'm pulling things. It's not my car.
The door and the motor are connected?
I don't know. This is not my car. But I'm like, oh no, I must have done something. And maybe if I call her.
Did you slam the door or just shut it?
I slammed it.
Okay.
So
I was
really
gonna say,
restart it.
Yeah.
It's not going to restart properly if I don't. So satisfying.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident.
I am too. Although I think I'm feeling a little bit too confident because I've been coming to your house the past few weeks to do this satisfying podcast, and I just peed in your room with the door open like it's my house. I'm sorry. I had to tell you. I was like, what am I doing? I'm sorry.
No, I'm glad you told me because I wouldn't have expected that. That's you get comfortable fast, though.
Real fast.
Like, this is like, no, this feels right. I'm going to just lean in.
I just walked in. I was like, I'll be right back. I gotta pee before we start recording.
Yeah.
Just walked in and just sat down and started peeing.
And so are you sitting on the toilet and you see my bedroom through the door and going like, oh, wait, that's not my bed.
I think that's where the magic happens, not my magic.
There's other magic that happens there.
Correct.
That you've never even seen, let alone been a part of.
But I didn't really, until I started pulling my pants up, I was like, oh God, this is not my bed.
Oh, yeah, because when you're pulling your pants up and wiping, you're like, oh, no.
No.
So anybody could walk in.
Anybody.
A plumber could show up and see this.
Whatever, though.
You know, at this point,
who
hasn't seen it?
And we're family.
We're family. We're family, and as a family, we are happy to welcome everybody to what is officially the first episode of the Satisfying Podcast, where we are bringing back the Arsenio.
Is that Arsenio Hall?
That was his thing. When Arsenio was a late-night show host, that was his thing.
Okay.
And it was like, I don't know if he called him the Wolf Pack or the Dog Pound or whatever.
Right.
But Arsenio would come out, right? Because it was like, you had Leno over here doing his square thing.
Right.
And Letterman over here doing his like kind of bizarre, but still square thing.
Right.
Right? He was like the smart, funny guy.
Right.
And then you had Arsenio coming out for the culture going, oh, oh, oh,
But
oh.
for some reason, I always thought that was like just like a sports thing that originated from sports. Sports adapted it, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, look, I haven't done the research.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can get all the credit for inventing it. He certainly popularized it, though. Like, that was the Arsenio woof woof.
Okay.
And it really is interesting that as that has gone on, like, nobody remembers that much about Arsenio's show.
But oof oof.
But everybody still does the oof oof.
Is it oof or woof? Or I thought it was ooh ooh. I didn't think there was any oof. Woo woo ooh ooh. I don't know. What was it?
You sound like the servant in Coming to America that's got to bark like a dog, like a big dog. Woof, woof, woof. Okay. No, I think if it was like on a comic book panel, like for instance on a Mad Magazine topical parody in 1990,
my little
I think it would say woof, 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 woof.
Okay,
but I think that when you say it, it's more just about the.
Okay.
You see?
Don't ever make that sound again.
Right.
Yeah, like text bubble would say woof, 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 you think.
But you don't have to actually say all the letters.
Right.
Like,
yeah. More of a vibe.
Exactly.
Look at this. It's not just entertaining. It's not just satisfying. It's educational.
And if you're not careful, you just might learn something.
Who said that?
I don't know.
Oh. I thought that was Arsenio Hall.
No, Arsenio did not say that.
Who said that? You?
It's a thing that's been. Me. I made it up
you
just
said
now.
it.
Yes, I did.
So Arsenio did the woof. Mm-hmm. You did that. If you're not careful,
you just might learn something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then G.I. Joe said the more you know.
No, I thought that was Reading Rainbow guy.
No, that was
NBC.
NBC. The more you know.
What did Reading Rainbow do?
Take a look. It's in a book. It's Reading Rainbow.
Okay. We're so old.
Here we are.
Yeah, we are.
The Satisfying Podcast. Mm-hmm. It is. It's so satisfying. I'm so glad to see you again, Nicole.
I'm always glad to see you.
Yeah. And I was also thinking that technically, this is our Halloween show.
Oh my gosh!
Right? Even though it's episode 1, it's kind of weird to theme episode 1, but we won't have another Halloween show until another year from now.
I have 2 amazing costumes. I have one that I'm gonna wear like at the studio. I'll come in and show you guys if you want, you and Jim and the rest of the powers that be, our boys, Troy, Travis.
Right.
I'm aware
Is
that.
it loose radio show host? Promiscuous radio show?
No,
host?
no.
That's what Halloween's all about.
No. I'm
All right.
actually not going to be sexy anything. When I used to go sexy, like.
An absolute shocker.
Yeah, I mean, I did the sexy maid. I did the sexy everything. I actually did a walk of shame as Dorothy. Oh, it was not good. It was like I banged someone. I don't even remember his name. And
Did you knock on the door? Oh,
no.
you're here to bang me.
No,
well,
no,
that's a horse of a different color.
No.
Come on in.
No,
Did he have a handlebar mustache?
I can picture him a little bit. He was hot, but I had gone to a Halloween party the night before, and then it was a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. And if it's really nice weather in New York City, people sit outside and have brunch. So I had gone home with
Especially in
him.
November, because there's that would be November 1st,
Right.
after Halloween. You don't get that many.
And it was gorgeous. So everybody was out. And I woke up and I had no clothes but my Dorothy costume, Toto. So I literally had like smeared red lipstick, like one pigtail. And I was like literally just walking like with my purse and just Toto, just like, fuck my life. And like people were laughing and I was like,
Are you wearing ruby red slippers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had the whole thing. But so listen, so I have one great costume that I'm going to wear trick-or-treating and in the studio. So I'll show you. And then I think my costume for this Saturday night is everything.
What's this Saturday night?
It's a party.
Oh, excuse
going
me,
to
I
a
wasn't invited.
No, well, you don't know these people.
Okay, well, you're just saying.
You're welcome to come.
You said my costume for Saturday night. I'm like,
But you'll probably, sorry, there's a party. It's like, this is when all the parties are going to be this coming weekend, right?
I mean, yeah, it's
Are
Halloween.
you going to dress up? Oh, no. Okay, go get it. I'm so excited. It's going to be weak, isn't it?
Weak.
If you're dressed as a wrestler, the friendship's over.
Nothing about me is weak.
Okay, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. What's happening? I see hair. Who's that? Is that guy?
Yeah.
Who is?
Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Here I am. Happy Halloween.
How hot are those things? A mask like that is the worst.
Sexy?
I mean, we discussed this. He doesn't do it for me.
Leatherface doesn't?
No, I feel as though he would be scary. Like he would try to hurt me in the bedroom.
It's made of flesh.
Right. I think he would try to hurt me in the bedroom. Who did I say I was into? Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, yeah.
He did it for me. So this weekend, I'm going to be, I hope nobody that's going to be at the party sees this. I'm going to be a painting and Matt's going to be Bob Ross. Is that good? You just, Leatherface.
I'll probably take this off so I can see again.
You just hit your microphone.
You know what?
What?
It's getting pretty hot.
It is hot.
But I tell you, you know what
suck.
you know what I keep doing? I've noticed since I bought this mask. It is so great having soft long hair.
Do you miss your hair? Does it make you miss your hair?
It was never.
It never felt like that.
No.
I know Matt's always like, because Matt has like, if he grew his hair
It was
long.
me.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah, it was me the whole time.
Matt has hair like you. Like if he grows it long, it's a curly afro.
Yeah.
So he's like, I just never got the chance to have that like Leonardo DiCaprio or like Brad Pitt, just like long flowing, or like what's his name, Chris Hemsworth locks.
Yeah, but they never got to have like cool white guy afros. So
Right.
So
teach their own.
big deal. Plus, I got a nice shaped head. So
You do have a great shaped head.
Thank you.
And if you don't have a good shaped head, you can never pull off this look.
right. And I feel bad for people like that. But yeah, so
Isn't that a good costume?
his and hers costume. Did you have to put him up to it? Like,
No.
or was he into it?
No, he was into it. He thought it was kind of funny because our kids recently got into Bob Ross, so we've been watching it a lot. Honestly, it's good for the soul. Like
Yeah.
I'm a very high strung person. I don't know if you can tell, but like it's very meditative going back and watching Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Happy little trees, all the things. And I know it's like so vintage, it's so retro, but he's the man. He was the man.
There was a whole documentary about him. And I thought it was going to be scandalous, like what you didn't know is but it really
Right.
wasn't that scandalous at all.
He had a
It was-
sex dungeon.
Right. It was one of those where it's like, oh, this is one of those documentaries you did to hook people in. But
I watched some of it, but was he married or was he gay? Or
No.
what was he into? I don't even know.
no, I don't think he was gay, but I'm not sure if he was married.
I don't think they
feel
ever went
like-
into it.
Yeah, I feel like the whole doc, if I remember it right, and I might be remembering it wrong, was about who owned the rights to Bob Ross.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of it.
And I feel like his family or his brother or something got it, whatever.
And I was like, yeah, as I'm watching, I'm like, look, some stuff is too industry. Like, I don't care who owns the rights to this.
He ever bored himself?
Bob Ross?
Yeah, like relaxing, but can be very boring.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have some kind of excitement sometimes. You can't just sit there like, wait, what am I gonna do today?
Yeah, like, what was
I'm
it
not
like-
spend another 9 hours painting trees. Like,
Yeah, and little mountains,
Right.
be little trails.
look at that.
Do you think that he like got bombed? Like he would like drink and like he was like a party animal? Like he had like fun party tricks and shit?
Well, no, I think it was probably more like he would do a bunch of acid or something. Or he would go away for like 2 weeks doing ayahuasca.
Yeah, he's more of a psychedelic kind of guy.
Yes.
I'm with you on that.
Yes, like I think there is a high likelihood
Okay.
that at some point we will hear, yeah, Bob used to disappear for like 2 weeks, and that's because he was doing like a proper ayahuasca trip. Like he
Yeah.
was going and seeing a shaman.
Throwing up in a bucket
Yeah.
and changing his life.
Yeah, and like, seeing everything. And then
Right.
he'd come back and he'd be like, oh my God, everything's different. And
Yeah.
then 2 days later, he'd forget it all.
He
And
was
it never
also
happened.
definitely a stoner. I mean, he at least just
I
smoked
mean,
a little
he-
pot every time he painted.
I can't imagine he ever did a show where he wasn't high.
Right? Did you see that video of Travis Scott?
Which one?
There's
I love
a-
Travis Scott.
I don't know if this is recent or I'm just, when you are like on the algo.
Algo's
Algo's
roll.
was popping. And I was on Insta, so I don't know if sometimes you get like something that comes up that's like old, but then it's recirculating.
Yeah.
When was he on SNL? That's what it is. Cause
it was before the writer's strike for sure.
okay,
It was a
so
long
it
time
was like
ago.
him doing an SNL like promo and I sent it to my friends and I was like, dude, how stoned is he? And she was like, that is not marijuana.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah. Well, that's like, pills have become, I don't know if Travis Scott does pills, but pills are very popular
maybe
now.
purple drank. What's the purple drank again?
Wow, that feels a little like when you say it, you come across just to warn you. As
I don't know
out of
anyone
touch and
that's
old.
not a rapper that doesn't that like
Codeine.
codeine. All right.
Liquid drank is like, or scissor.
Scissor.
It'd be like codeine.
Are you saying I'm being racist?
I didn't say that.
I don't know a white person who's ever that I've heard of that ever did purple drink. Maybe Justin Bieber. I think he admitted.
Yeah,
he
but
did that
I mean,
for-
he was doing that to be cool,
Right.
So I think it's codeine mixed with Sprite
Mm-hmm.
and Jolly Ranchers usually.
That sounds delicious.
Why do you think people like it so much?
I mean-
and plus you're on a different planet by the time but it almost killed Lil Wayne. And can you imagine?
Did you see how bad his wax figure is? He
I
was
saw
like,
The Rock's wax figure. I didn't see Lil Wayne's wax figure.
oh, not Travis. Sorry, Lil Wayne is so bad. You remember the filter? Well, I think they still have it. The Snapchat filter where you look like a baby or you look like a little kid.
Yeah.
That's what his wax figure looks like. And he wrote to them like he tweeted or twixt. Because that's what we call it.
He betwixt
He
them.
betwixt them.
Yeah.
He wrote like you guys at least tried. Like you guys gave it a
But-
shot, but
but-
it's horrible.
Right. It wasn't like congratulations. It was at least you tried.
At least you tried.
Yeah, we'll
pretty
have a
bad.
photo up of it as we do because I gotta
It's really bad.
look this up.
He
now.
looks like a little weenie Wayne. He's like little.
Aww.
He's a little guy. It's not, and he is a little guy. But
Well, he's Lil.
Lil. but the wax figure. I mean, she is definitely. I always say she because I picture Madame Tussauds as like we always say this on the morning match.
You think Madame Tussauds
is like a little lady in like a little basement whittling wax
to this day?
to this day.
Cool.
I know she's not really alive, but that's how I picture it.
Yeah. Wax figures are, when done right,
Amazing.
one of the most impressive things, and when done wrong, one of the least impressive things.
She's blown a few of them.
Right. Like,
She.
You mean Madame
Madame Tussauds.
Tussauds. Yeah.
Like
no,
Travis
yeah.
Barker's was sick the other day that she did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if this was official Madame Tussauds, but did you see The Rock's?
Yeah, couldn't be whiter.
No, he's like Sammy Sosa.
He literally needs a little color. He needs to sit in the sun.
And I think The Rock even like tweeted about it, going like,
Yeah, like
that's not why
And and he was nice about it though. Whatever I read, he was like, "Let's get together and fix this."
his ancestry that's black and Samoan.
Yeah, not
And neither of those two are represented.
you. Your coloring is the coloring they used for him.
Right. It's Sammy Sosa coloring.
Bad.
Yeah. You and I mean, what are you showcasing with a bad wax? Like anybody could do a bad.
Well-
Also, like, why are we even still doing the dumb wax things? Like,
It's cool.
it's not that cool anymore.
I still think it's cool.
We have the technology
yeah.
where they can just step into a booth, like at the E award shows where they get on the red carpet and
Right.
there's pictures everywhere, right? And then you just put it as a 3D model into a computer and you just do a 3D print.
Well,
just do a really big 3D print.
I asked the other day if someone has to sit just like in the olden days when you sat for a portrait. Do you have to sit for your wax figure? Do you have to sit for Madame Tussauds in her basement?
You asked that like
Well,
insincerity, or is
no,
it?
I know it's not that she's dead, but yeah. Do they have her like? Do they need you to sit and take a mold of your face or anything, or like do they need anything from that person, or they can just do it from pictures?
They do it from pictures, dude.
Come on, you're making a face like that's the craziest thing.
You
to
think
ask.
The Rock is going to go, oh, we need you to sit down in this room so we can make a wax sculpture of
Maybe
you?
not for like
And then that's what comes out? Can you imagine? I gave you know how much valuable Dwayne Johnson's time is? DJ is not just sitting around rooms, especially on a cheat day.
No, he
Right?
loves a cheat day.
And it's like, you're taking me away from that so
wanna-
you could make this?
I need to get in on that cheat day. Like those platters of sushi he shows that he's taking down. I mean, oh, mama.
You'd have to get in on the other days, too.
I'm not getting it. Hell no. Ain't happening.
You'd have to get in on the Iron Paradise as well,
No.
which is literally his traveling gym,
Yeah.
which I don't think...
He is something else. And he's just a great human. Like he just gives back so much. I feel like what are you looking at?
I'm looking to see if I have my rock painting.
He's right here. Oh, I got a rock figure right here, right?
Yeah, no, that's the Rock's figure. I have a rock acrylic on velvet painting somewhere.
Oh, you're so
Cultured?
cultured and rocked.
I am rocked.
You are so
I am
rocked.
very rocked. You know, I was noticing, and I mean, Halloween has always been something that adults enjoy and partake in.
Yeah.
And when I say adults, I mean 18 plus, right? Like
it's
it's
not-
like huge
yeah.
in college and everything.
Yeah.
But I went into Spirit Halloween to get that Leatherface mask, you know?
Nice.
And like, they barely even have kids stuff anymore.
Really?
Like it's so
I
forgotten
know.
about. Like I went in and the front of the store, and you know, I mean, they do that. Like when you go to the grocery store and you go in the cereal aisle,
Yeah.
all the sugar cereal is down low, so the kids can grab it real quick.
Actually, I never really thought about that. but
100%.
that's fucking brilliant.
100%. Fruity Pebbles, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lucky Charms, they're all low.
Fuck Fruity Pebbles, dude. It's not. It doesn't
Don't ever say that.
I'll do a Fruit Loop. I'll even maybe do Lucky Charms, but that kind of grosses me out too. But Fruity Pebbles,
Fruity Pebbles is one of the all-time cereals.
it does nothing for me. I love like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like a Cap'n Crunch. 'Cause you can't say Captain.
No.
It's
You said
Cap'n.
it correctly. Fruity Pebbles is
Does not.
one of, if not, because, and I'll pull like a real tall bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
Really?
Yeah, get a big heaping spoonful
'Cause
with with milk.
Yeah, I don't need that fruit and milky. Don't go together.
But it's not real fruit.
I understand, but I'm saying I don't want that fruity flavor.
You said you have a Fruit Loop, just the one. But you said
Just
you'd-
one loop.
Yeah, you said you'd have a loop.
I don't know. It doesn't. It's not as fruity. There's too much. There's too much going on. I don't know. I've never been a Fruity Pebble. Like, agree to disagree. I'll do Cocoa Krispies.
Wow, you would do Cocoa Pebbles is the equivalent to Fruity Pebbles, not Cocoa
Cocoa,
Krispies.
whatever. I'll do both. I like that because it's like milk and chocolate go together. The fruitiness doesn't really go. I don't know why the loop feels okay to me.
Yeah. What about Apple Jacks?
Apple Jacks, I like an Apple Jack. It's the Fruity Pebbles. I've always thought that they were vile for some reason. Is the friendship over?
It's close.
No.
We
Are
got
there
a lot
Fruity
of-
Pebbles upstairs?
I probably not. You know why?
Why?
Finished them.
Because they're so good.
I ate them all. Nothing left. The kids are like, any more Fruity Pebbles? Nope.
Nope.
Dad finished them. But you walk into the store and it's laid out the same way, right? Obviously, a Spirit Halloween is
Yeah.
going to be laid out where the stuff that people are most likely to buy are right there up front because, you know, half, if not more, of those customers, you're not going deep into a Halloween costume store.
Yeah.
You're grabbing something from the front, you're going to the cash register because the party is that day.
Right.
So, like, it's full in the very front of Jason, Freddy, Chucky, like,
Right.
and that makes sense.
Of
right?
course.
Right. But it's all adult costumes.
Right.
And I'm like looking around going, wait a minute. The kids' costumes are all the way in the back. And I'm like, this is just like we also have these if you really want them. But our bread and butter
Is
all these grown-ups that dress up like fake serial killers.
Yeah. I mean, Halloween is, you're probably right, probably more for adults than it is for kids now. Yeah, the kids get to go like trick-or-treating and stuff, but like for me, like we got the babysitter. I'm going to get foot up.
You're thinking about Saturday.
I cannot wait to get to Saturday. It is going to be epic.
Right.
I may or may not go to sleep.
Who knows?
It's going to be amazing.
Who's to say?
To say.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess, trick-or-treating gets done at like,
Early.
at this point, like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
All right, go to bed.
Yeah.
It's 5 p.m. Yeah,
Peace.
I got places to go.
no.
I got places to go. This isn't about you.
No.
Halloween isn't for you.
It's for mama.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true.
I also did think I had a good idea because Keegan, my 7-year-old, could not think of what he wanted to be. So I said, why don't you be, is it Billy?
Yeah.
I said, let's get you a tricycle. I'm going to get you the mask.
All
I
right.
showed him.
Can I tell you something?
What?
You just completely made up for the Fruity Pebbles thing.
I did? You thought that was cool?
We're back on track.
Yes!
Yeah.
He didn't like it. He said it was too scary. I thought it was cool. Right? I was
No,
like,
you're right.
he's wrong.
Your son
Screw him.
is wrong.
He doesn't
But
know shit.
Also, like, I would have done that too, except my wife would have stopped me, going like, no, that's a small child.
No, Matt was pushing it. He was like, "You want? Yeah, that's a good idea, dude. Let's do it."
It is a great idea.
He's being Grimace. Lame.
I mean, it's big on Roblox.
I
Grimace.
know. And also, isn't he like killing people, Grimace?
Wait, yeah, because the Grimace shakes.
So that's not scary? Come on. Billy's amazing.
Billy
Billy seems
isn't.
like
No,
he's a
Billy-
nice guy. He's just, he's
Plus, it's hilarious that it's life size and he would actually move. That's very scary to people.
right. Just like I thought that they had hired a child like mine to play him in
Right.
the Saw movies.
You're waiting for the big reveal. Wait till Billy starts running around.
I mean, I just thought it was so cool. I thought he'd be so stoked about it.
Yeah.
He's just, Billy's misguided. He's a
Right.
good little kid. He just wants to play on his bike
In a puppet outfit.
in a puppet outfit.
Right, with a puppet head
And then
on.
he gets brought into all this torturing and killing and gore. He doesn't want that.
Who brought me? Maybe that little kid that John Kramer saved in Saw 10,
Yeah.
he's going to be the new Billy the puppet.
Did love that kid.
Imagine him with a puppet head on a tricycle.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. Would you have gotten your son a tricycle?
Yeah, because I
See,
feel like
he missed out on the deal then. He could have gotten himself a
he's-
new tricycle.
he doesn't need a tricycle. You can ride an actual bike with no training wheels. But it would
If
have been
somebody came up to you at your age right now
yeah,
and said, I'd like to purchase you a tricycle that's appropriately sized for you.
done.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's no point where you're going to be like, I don't
Yeah,
want a
but
tricycle.
I'm smarter than him. By a very small amount. But I am
For
smarter
now,
than him.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you
I
can.
know. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so he's going to be Grimace then instead of
Grimace.
Billy.
Sucks. And then Parker's gonna be a pickle. She doesn't even
A
like pickles.
pickle?
Of course she.
That's why they took it away from the children.
I
by
know,
the way.
she's being-
That's why
yeah,
Halloween is
I
not
know.
for the children
It's weak.
anymore. Because you know why? Because we gave the children 2 iPads. We didn't give iPads to the children.
No.
We gave the children
We did.
to the iPads.
We did.
And they have no creativity in their brains anymore.
Wu-Tang is for the children. Halloween is for us.
That's right. We'll give them Wu-Tang.
Right?
Old dirty
Oh,
bastard.
they've been done had Wu-Tang.
That's
It's
good.
been for them.
That's what I like to hear.
Okay.
Killer bees.
Halloween.
Halloween
Is ours.
Is ours. Yeah, I try to go out with like I won't really like dress up necessarily when I go out trick or treating, but I'll just be wearing like my hoodie and jeans, and then I'll throw my Michael Myers mask on.
Right. So
And-
it's like you're kind of festive.
Yeah, but my wife would be like, "What's wrong with you? This is so." I go, "No.
It's fine.
The kids are gonna love it because the killer's on their side."
Right. You know, you're always thinking.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's how like
Yeah. Yeah, and also it's just if and
like
you're
if this guy.
yeah.
You were like, oh, don't put him anywhere near me. But if he came up to you and he was like, no, you're good.
I
Me and
got you.
I got you. And he's got a chainsaw?
Yeah, but also it's like you're such a nice guy and you're
Thanks.
so kind and sweet, then that like it sort of desensitizes the scare.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Okay. I'll tell Jess that.
No, I'm glad you said that because this is something I've been wanting to tell you.
Don't.
Because, you know, I my whole world has been turned around because I don't have that many compliments in my life. You see? And you coming in here and calling me brolic
I did call you Brolic.
and
said-
leading man handsome.
Material.
Leading man material,
Yes.
like put me on cloud 9.
Oh, really?
Yes,
You've been
yes.
sitting with that and loving it and
Every-
marinating in it, basking in it.
I go and I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror and I go, and then I go, wait, before you finish that don't forget. Some people think you're leading man material.
Did you get another compliment?
Wait till you hear this.
Oh, God.
I made Jess repeat it over and over and over again.
Tell me again in slow motion.
That's what I did. I did. And then I started showing her pictures of me and go, do you think this? So she goes, yeah, I was at our son's school, and he was talking to one of his friend's mothers.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, the mother asked, like, how did we meet each other? How did we get together? And I was telling her this, that, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, that makes sense. When I saw your husband, I was kind of surprised that you were together because he looks kind of thuggish.
Oh, my God.
And she goes, he looks kind of thuggish. And I didn't know that was your thing, and I go, What did she say?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
First of all, you're making yourself cry from laughter. I don't know what to do with this. First of all,
Yeah.
you couldn't look less thuggish.
I think you're wrong on this. I think this lady's right.
I'll give you leading man material. I
No.
will not give you
I'm throwing your
No.
stuff away. That's where I go now. Now I walk around the streets of New York going, don't forget, some people think you look pretty thuggish.
What thugs is this girl
Tupac,
seen?
right? Thug life.
Oh, honey, you're not.
Machiavelli.
No, not you.
She thought so. And here's the problem, okay? And this is a lot of people like you
Yeah.
and my wife, they saw me before I achieved this form.
Right.
Right?
So you can't even picture that.
Right. You associate me with the goofy little Sam, skinny,
Yes. Not
weird
quite as
hair,
brolic yet.
not brolic, the whole thing, clean shaven.
Right.
But
You are a thug.
there's a whole new generation of people that have only seen this form. And they see me, and I roll up to my son's elementary school, and they go, now that guy looks dangerous. I wonder if he's a thug.
Okay, now you know what you need to do. The next time you're doing pickup, you need to pull up with your seat all the way back, hood up.
Come on, little buddy. Get in the car. The bass is going.
And then the car is like this.
Yes, of course. Of course. And, I wish I hadn't worn a pink hoodie today.
Yeah.
Because I think it would have translated better in black or something. But yeah, no, and maybe it's just,
You look stylish.
Thuggish.
You look no. Like,
said
and what
thuggish.
were they saying? That she's Mary Poppins? Like that? That she's like too sweet for you because you're so bad.
That's right. That Jess is like.
You are not bad at all.
No, she thinks
I
so.
am bad.
No. She thinks I am.
She
and I think
thinks
she's
it.
right.
No.
I think she's right.
Oh my god.
I think I'm a little dangerous. Yeah.
So how
she
many
thinks
times-
Jess is like a trad wife,
A trad wife?
Yeah, like a 50s homemaker type,
Right,
Yeah.
right,
And just like
okay.
a sweet,
Yeah, with like a little beehive and
Right.
an apron, which she does often like to wear an apron, but that's just because she doesn't want to get her
and
clothes
she goes,
dirty.
I can't believe somebody like that will be married and having children with somebody so dangerous as thugged out Sam Roberts.
Right.
And I go, that's a good point. And then later on in the night, I'm like going through Instagram and somebody took a picture of me in the studio or something. And I go, Jess, look at this photo. And she takes my phone. She's looking at it. And I go, I look kind of thuggish there, right? She just throws the phone.
Oh, she probably
What are you
hated you.
talking about? I won't stop bringing it up. It's the greatest.
Well, it's her fault for telling you that.
I know. And then this is how I know I married a good one. She instead of just like laughing out loud and going, you maybe are the least perceptive person.
Right.
She was like, oh yeah, I could see why you would think that.
Because she's the sweetest.
She's down to ride. And that's what a thug needs.
So a chick that is down to
A
ride.
thug needs a chick that's down to ride, which is descriptive of me when I say thug, by the way.
If you were a thug, then the story you shared with me on the car ride here wouldn't have happened.
I wasn't a thug then.
When you were in 7th grade, what happened?
When I was in 7th grade, and this is part of what did make me a thug.
Right.
I went to a middle school.
This is how you were initiated into thug life.
Yeah, that thug life is not new to me, okay? Like, I listened to Many Men by 50 Cent, and I'm
Right.
like, same.
They wish death upon you.
Me.
You. Thug.
'Cause
Sammy.
he got hit like I got hit.
Right.
But he ain't, you know what, breathing. I don't want to say the word.
Right. Well, you should.
Yeah, that's not part of thug life.
No, it's not satisfying at all.
No, it's not satisfying. So, yeah, I mean, there were gangs in
Right.
the middle school that I was at, and that happens sometimes. These kids are trying to figure things out. And yeah, there was a time when Jose was like, Sam, come here. I got to tell you something.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, this is great. I'm in with the gangs now.
I'm in.
This is good. And I walked over to him. I was like, yeah, what's up? And he leaned in to whisper a secret to me. This is while classes were, getting changed,
Right.
between 3rd and 4th period. And he takes a thumbtack off the wall. He puts it right in my shoulder. He walks away.
I mean, there's nothing less thug than that.
And it was one of those,
What'd you do?
took the thumbtack out of my shoulder,
Went to class.
understood where I sat in the social pecking order.
Okay.
And went to class. Made sure I kept my grades up.
So do you like a true thug?
Yeah. Realized at the moment I wasn't ready for this life of crime. So I was going to need to get my grades up. But the point is that there is a...
Look where it got you now.
Right. And there's a real perception of me out there
Okay.
that I'm quite a thug.
Do you know what the perception of me is? Hot mess and a half. dumpster fire of all dumpster fires. Just keep doing things that makes you SMH. Just why do you keep doing things? I hit a new low this weekend that I can't begin. So you're a thug now, and I'm just going deeper into the bowels of.
Do you think I should get Thug Life?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Wait, someone has Thug Life tattooed right there.
Tupac.
It is Tupac.
Yeah, it is Tupac.
And then Adam.
Do you think if Jada Pinkett Smith met me, she'd be like, "Oh wow, Sam, I haven't met anybody like you"?
No.
No.
I mean, Tupac was her.
Yeah, but
What did she say? Her something mate, her soulmate.
her soulmate.
Couldn't think of the word.
Which
sorry.
is really cool when you're married.
Yeah, I'm sure
to
Will
somebody
loved
else.
that.
Yeah, that's really awesome to do.
Okay, so while you've been living that thug life, okay. Wow, he went there. Okay.
What do you think? This is just to open packages I get off eBay?
Switchblades. You just pulled a switchblade.
That's
on
right.
Me.
I have knives and weapons because
You're a thug.
I am.
I went to my brother-in-law's this weekend. We went to a whole thing we had a big party to go to of one of Matt's childhood friends. So when we would go out there,
It is wild, by the way, at your point in life.
yeah,
That like every week it's like we were at this party this weekend.
Yeah.
It was like we were at this insane, wedding out of town party.
Yeah.
And then we were going to this party.
Yeah.
And Halloween, there's a party coming up. And
baby.
last week we were at a party.
Well, the kids were with all their cousins and like friends, and they were happy.
You left a party.
Okay, I was at the party. I love to party.
You left a party. I'm a thug.
Right.
And you're a party girl.
I am. That's who we are.
That's
we
what
can't,
makes this so satisfying.
our labels are our labels.
Right.
We won't create them. They're just who we are to the core.
I think people watch this show and they go, I never have thought that a party girl and a thug could get along that
could live
well.
so harmoniously.
Right, but look at this.
I
This
mean,
is
yeah. You too could live like this. So when we go there, there's like great golf out there, and Matt's like a golf douche. So he was gonna play. He played on Friday, and then he played again on Saturday with all of his buddies. So he went out. I drove.
So he was by himself.
Huh? Oh,
That's a good one.
you see where you went there?
That was a good one.
So I drove the.
Tell him if he's got a problem, he can say it to my face. That was cool, right?
It was so thug of you.
Thank you very much.
I drove out with the kids after school. We get there. He comes home. I'm like annoyed just because like I've been like I had to go drive and like he was just having fun and getting all bombed. I was just bitter. I was just annoyed. So whatever. We have a nice night. We wake up the next morning and he's left the car for me and gone with his buddies and his brother, so I can have the car during the day to go do whatever I want to do while he's golfing. I wake up and everyone's like, I want breakfast. Can you go to the deli, get me bacon, egg, and cheeses or whatever?
Who's everyone?
My kids.
Yeah, I thought that voice was representative of your children.
No, but if I go get them breakfast, then whoever else is in the house, like there was like a cousin, my sister-in-law.
Oh, you're going to get breakfast?
I'll go get for them too.
Of course.
So I wake up, no one's awake but them, obviously, and I'm like, all right, let me go get in the car. I left the keys in the car. The car won't start. So I'm like, okay, the keys are not in here. He must have locked it and brought it in. So I go in. I can't find the keys anywhere. I've looked on the hutch. I've looked downstairs. I've looked in the couch cushion. There's nowhere. Now I'm pissed and I FaceTime him and I'm torturing him while he's golfing.
But that was more about him golfing.
Right.
than
I'm
the
like, oh, you
keys.
just golfed there, golfing again, and I'm stuck here and I've no way to like drive around or do anything. I'm stuck in this house.
Number one, there's three things here. Number one, you shouldn't make him feel bad about having a good time.
Fuck you.
Okay, I got that. Number two, I think it's hilarious that you're looking for your keys like an old person in an I'm getting Alzheimer's medication commercial.
Yeah.
And number three, you're sounding very much like Steven Crowder on that tape with his ex-wife. Or his, they're divorced, his ex-wife.
Okay.
When he,
Well, we were soon to be divorced, so don't worry.
that's the other theme, by the way.
Yeah.
Every week you come on here, you were just at a party and also
about to get divorced.
We're thinking divorce.
So I'm just annoyed because I drove the car. I left the keys in there, so I knew where they were. Why did you have to take them out and put them anywhere? Whatever. And so now we're calling. I hang up. I rage text. Eventually, I'm like, whatever. And he texts me, I'm really sorry. Just take Katie's car, my sister-in-law's. So I'm like, okay, fine.
Wow, what a guy to handle that.
Please. He just knew that he was in trouble for playing golf again. No one needs to play golf twice in 24 hours. It's unnecessary.
Right. He doesn't get that much opportunity.
Okay, anyways, so I take Katie's car. I get to the deli. It's a bomb deli. I get everybody what they want. I get some bagels and cream cheese, bacon, egg, and cheeses. And I'm parked right outside, and I get back in the car. I throw all my stuff. I've got coffees for everybody. I got coffees in the cup holders. I everything's ready. Close the door, and I'm like, okay, you've secured the breakfast.
Breakfast is secured.
It's secured for the little fuckers, and the car won't start. So now my sister-in-law's car has died and I am like 15 minutes away from the house at some deli. I couldn't tell you really where I even was. I don't know the area very well. So I'm like, okay, you're going to figure this out. So I get out almost like when it's like restart. Have you tried restarting the computer? I like got out, like closed the door, like got back in. I don't think that would do anything, but I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm screwed.
You thought opening and shutting the door
I don't know.
was the same as restarting the computer?
I hate your guts. So I'm pressing every button. I'm pulling things. It's not my car.
The door and the motor are connected?
Fuck you. I don't know. This is not my car. But I'm like, oh no, I must have done something. And maybe if I call her.
Did you slam the door or just shut it?
I slammed it.
Okay,
so
because I was going to say.
Restart it.
Yeah.
It's not going to restart properly if I don't. So I'm like, okay, the kids are on their iPads. And I looking for my phone through my purse to see where, to see if I can FaceTime them and be like, go wake up Aunt Katie. Maybe she can be like, oh, that happens sometimes. Pull this or press this or do this. I'm thinking, okay, and I'm mortified. And I've already been through it. And it's like not even 9 o'clock in the morning yet, right? So as I'm going, I see like a lady, she's coming out, and I'm like, oh, maybe she, because I'm, you know me, I'm like this. And so she could see that I'm having trouble. So I open the door and I like put the phone down and I'm like, this is a mess. I can't start my car. Do you think you could help me? And she's kind of like coming around, like looking, and she's looking like trying to assess the situation. And I was like, this is so embarrassing. And she goes, ma'am, this is my car. I was like, what? She was like, this is my car. I look over, my sister-in-law's car is right next to the car that I'm in. And I didn't just get in and go, oh shit, this is not my car. Or walk up and be like, oh no, it's not my car.
You got in.
I was in the car. I'm fucking with all her stuff. I'm pulling everything. I'm prodding everything. I'm poking.
You slammed the door.
I definitely spilled coffee in her car because I put all the coffees like in the cup holders. I slammed and she goes,
sitting in her car.
I'm fully sitting in her car and she's walking up slowly to assess the situation. I thought to help me. She
thought you were a car
She
robber.
thought I was robbing. She thought I was trying to steal her car. Then I look up at the deli window and the whole family's in there like laughing, watching me. So then she goes, I go, oh my God, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I ma'amed her. Ma'am, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is mortifying. And I'm packing up all my stuff, the coffees, the bag, the bacon, egg, and cheese bags, my water, my phone, everything. And I'm like this. And she goes, it's okay. I've done this before. And I dropped the stuff and I looked right at her and I said, no, you haven't. Never done this before, ever. You don't have to say that to make me feel better.
Want to know a secret? Nobody has.
Nobody has done that. No. I'm an asshole.
Nobody's done that before.
And
15 minutes?
I have no words for myself. I quit. I think I quit life.
Yeah, because she went home and she told her whole family about that.
And she kept being, no, it's okay. I was like, it's not okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
It's not. You were right about that.
It's not okay. Like, who does that? And then everyone I told was like, when I told like my family, my friends, when they got home, I was like, they were like, how did you not know that this wasn't your car? I'm like, Katie's car is not my car. I was in it for the first time for like 5 minutes to get everybody breakfast because I didn't have access to my fucking car. So I was in there. That doesn't.
Lost the keys?
I didn't lose the keys.
Oh, okay.
So that I can't. This doesn't feel like my car. This doesn't.
Well, it's not your car, but it is your
but
sister-in-law's
like they were like,
car.
but you were just in that car 5 minutes ago.
Right.
You didn't notice that felt different. I was like, it didn't really feel that different to me. It really didn't.
Was it a different type of car?
Yes. Now I did notice one thing,
They
but
just both happen to be sedans.
You know when the ignition button thing that you press?
This one.
You
Yeah.
know this one?
Yeah.
I noticed when I was like, oh, that's cute. Katie added this. Where'd she get that little thing? Because when I got in the wrong car, that chick's car, I saw like a thing that was surrounding it that was like glittery and sparkly. And I was like, oh, that's cool that Katie got that. It's not her. She didn't get that.
She didn't get that. And the reason you didn't notice it on the way there, because it wasn't there on the way there. It's somebody else's car.
So then when Matt got home from golf and I had been over it at that point, he's like, all right, I got to find the keys. He does one loop around the house and then is like, there they are. And there's like on the ground. But like, that's not a place they should be. They were in his pocket. I think they fell out. They were like half underneath the couch. But he's like, wow, that was hard. And I was like, that's not the point. You effer.
He said that was hard?
That was hard. And I was like, is that necessary to say that after the morning I've been through?
You've had a day already.
I've had a day.
And it's not even lunchtime yet. What did he say about you breaking into somebody's
Oh,
car?
he loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, he loved it.
What is it? I mean, what is it about this area where people just leave their cars unlocked and their keys in their car?
I left Katie's unlocked. That's why I got right in because I knew that I kept it unlocked. We were like in the boonies. We're in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, lock your car.
No. What's in there? None of my shit.
Apparently a person.
I just.
A human being.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
I mean, so when something like that happens, did it relieve like all the sort of, because you were obviously very tense already.
no, because then no one was awake. I had to tell somebody what just happened. I was mortified, and I felt like I was on candid camera, and I felt like everybody was watching me. I literally peeled out like, because I was so embarrassed.
The family inside the store was watching.
They're
you?
pointing and laughing. Pointing and laughing at me.
Look at her.
Look at that fucking idiot.
And that means they were watching the whole time.
Whole time. And it's weird because there were men in there and they sent out this chick, even though it was her car. What if I was dangerous? What if I was armed? What if I had a switchblade like a thug like you?
You don't look like a thug.
No? Okay.
If it were me doing that, they would have sent out a big dude.
Right.
Not you, though. That's part of being a thug. Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not
That's
ideal.
great that they were just watching you.
Yeah. So we ended up having a nice weekend, but then when we got home back into New York City, we always, if I have laundry that like accumulates during a weekend, I just ask someone for a garbage bag and say like, hey, can I just throw all my laundry in there? And then as soon as I get home, throw it in the laundry. Done. Easy. Boom, boom, boom.
No problem.
So that's what I did. We got home. We're sitting there getting ready to watch football. 'Cause that's what men do
I love football.
on Sunday. I know you do.
And Monday and Thursday.
And then Keegan, Billy / Grimace,
Right.
he goes,
You mean the one who had mentioned to your ex-babysitter, why'd you fire her?
yeah, he's really bad, 1,000. Well, wait for this. He goes, I'm going to do some chores for you guys. And I was like, okay, things are looking up. So he starts dragging our bags into like our respective rooms. I was like, thanks, buddy. That's so good. And then all of a sudden I hear the door close. I'm like, where did he go, Matt? He goes, I don't know. He's probably playing in the hallway. And I'm like, no, why? He's not playing in the hallway. No one's playing in the hallway. So he comes back in. He
You
goes,
at the Overlook Hotel?
No,
just riding his tricycle around.
Red rum. And he walks back in as I'm walking towards the door, and he goes, well, that's done. Took out the garbage for you too. And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, yep, put it right down the chute. Matt jumped. He was like, what? See, there's an incinerator that he sent our clothes. It was a lot of clothes down to because he wanted to help us do chores. I'm glad you're laughing at my at all of my
He
sadness.
burnt all your clothes up?
Well, we called down to the front desk and said, like, what do we do? The super comes up. He's like, you got to come down with me. So, like, the Matt goes, you're going. I was like, I am not fucking going.
Right.
I already got in some stranger's car and tried to steal it
It's been
this weekend. This has been a weekend.
Yeah, guess what?
You're going.
You got to do your golfing.
Go dig through the garbage in the incinerator and get your hands burned off.
Right.
And you get it.
If it's actively on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go down. It was not actively on yet.
Whew.
It was not at the top because we live in a big building. A lot of people were throwing the garbage down along with Keegan, just trying to do the chores.
It's
on
the end of
Sunday.
the weekend.
It's the end of the weekend. And he came up like with the bag.
Do you understand? Like, that's one of those things where, like, if I saw that happening,
Oh, you would have loved it.
if I saw Keegan holding that garbage bag and heading to the
You would have been
hall,
like, go.
I go, oh my God, this is actually going to happen. Oh, holy shit.
All I heard
Like,
was the door slam.
I go, he just went the hallway. He just went the hallway. Oh. I'd be listening. So, shh.
It's happening.
Just waiting to hear that. He did it!
Yeah.
He did it!
Do you know
He
what's
really did it!
also so funny? The first time we ever said, "Can you bring this recycling out? Can you bring the garbage out?" He goes, "I can't lift it." Like if you ever lived in an apartment, which I know you have.
Yeah, sure, of
Anybody
course.
listening to the Satisfying Podcast, well, you have to open up this big chute, which is heavy, and to try to get it in and get it down takes a little muscle. So he's
Yeah.
never been able to do it before, and has said, "I can't do it. It's too heavy." But oddly, on a day that was not actually the garbage, he was able to somehow make it happen.
So how did he react when you were like,
Hysterically crying.
he was sad.
He was so sad. He
Did
was
you
just-
try to comfort him, or is it just like
I
a
comforted
scene
him
of camp?
after I snapped. I needed to freak out first.
I feel like your house, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like there's
I was like, buddy, you did such a great job. But
emotional highs and freakouts, and then once the dust settles,
like
now,
a bipolar family. Like
Yeah.
high highs, low lows.
now let's all just
come together.
love
as
each
one.
other
And
and
then we
come together.
snuggled, but
Right.
it was not an easy, it was a rocky road of a weekend.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I'm glad
Which
they-
one did you think I would like better?
The car.
I love I mean,
You love them both? Or do you love the
sending
incinerator?
clothes into the incinerator is one of the greatest things I've ever heard.
I'm glad. Because it didn't happen to you. That's why it's the greatest thing that you've ever heard.
Honestly,
You think if that happened to you, you would have thought that was funny? It's not very thug of you.
well, I'm pretty much a thug. But not if it was just me, right? But if it was our whole family's laundry.
The whole family.
And I knew one of our kids was about to throw it in the incinerator, I don't think that I'd be able to stop it from happening just because it's so funny.
I can't believe this is happening. This is happening. This is real.
And then I'd pretend that I was like, and then I'd wait until Jess found out and go, oh my God, I can't believe it.
You're such
I would never say, yeah, I knew that was happening because it's so funny. Because I would just want it all to play itself out. I love when stuff plays out. Like, imagine if, and then that scenario actually happens.
And when you see that it's like got the possibility of actually happening, I mean, you get like a semi-chub at least, a little. Like, you're just like,
there's a lot of blood rushing.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Like, that's what gives me life.
Life.
Like, the way, like, parties and all this
Yes.
stuff gives you life. Like, that happening.
You're amped right now.
I mean, it's one of the greatest things that's ever happened.
Okay, I'm glad.
Like, I think we've talked about it before. You've got to understand. Like, to me,
Yeah.
the best thing that could ever happen in life
Yeah.
is watching somebody miss a cruise ship.
You never said that to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The best.
Like running towards it?
Like, it's leaving port because cruise ships go so slowly, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, be back here at 4. This boat is leaving at 4. If you are not on this boat, you are stuck on this island.
Told ya.
Right? And then it's 4:05. Wait. And the cruise ship is just so slowly moving. But once they start moving, you can't stop them from moving. It's my favorite genre of video.
Really?
People send them to me.
Can they send them to me? Mash up Nicole. I want them too.
It's so...
You know, that's fair because you're an idiot. You did that to yourself.
It's so great.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
No, but I would go if you could guarantee that was going to happen. And I would look forward to it the whole time. As a matter of fact, once we docked, I'd say, you guys go hang out on the beach for the day. I'm going to get a spot in the upper deck
To watch.
so I can look over and see. It would be the highlight.
In reality, what do we think happens? Like, let's say, because I'm sure it happens all the time.
They have to come out of pocket. I'm sure that...
Do they get like a boat to take them back out to the cruise? What happens?
Those islands, I'm sure, because so much of the economy is wrapped up in these cruise trips, right?
Right.
Because you gotta think the Royal Caribbean goes to the same island, like...
I've been on the Royal Caribbean.
Right. So wherever you guys dock, there's probably a ship there every other day.
Okay, so you just got to wait it out.
No.
Okay.
Because you don't have a ticket to that ship. I think that there is probably another industry where there's literally a small airport that all they do is fly out dumbasses
Right.
who don't have watches.
You think they actually have like
It's called dumbass airlines.
Right.
I think it's like, you're like, yeah, we could book you on there's one flight a day that
they
leaves.
probably have one gate dedicated to that.
Dumbasses.
Dumbasses.
Yeah,
The dumbass
DA.
gate. Yeah.
Gate DA. What does DA stand for? You don't want to know. You'd be offended. Yeah. And they have to fly at their expense.
Yep.
Because don't forget their luggage is still on a boat.
So if they fly, where are we flying again?
To wherever the boat is going to next.
Okay, and then you can get back on the boat. Hopefully you make it that time.
Or or just get your shit. If the boat is going all the way back to Miami or whatever, you fly back to Miami and you're just chilling there. It might be 2 days.
Yeah. It's very odd that you just said nothing brings you more joy than that. You think it's the funniest thing ever. Because last night I got the oddest text from Matt.
Yeah.
And he was at the grocery store grabbing something for himself.
Yeah.
And he just said, I was out with friends, and he just wrote, nothing makes me laugh harder than someone in a neck brace. What?
That's not cool.
I would not,
that could be a serious accident.
I don't know. He just says seeing people like this.
Okay,
and I said,
that's kind of funny.
I said, what about me after I got hit by a car in
Yeah.
the hospital? He goes, I don't remember that. I was like, I fucking had a neck brace on for a while. I got hit by a car.
You had a broken clavicle.
Did you laugh? He goes, I don't remember that.
Oh my God, that is so great. There's nothing funnier than some idiot in a neck brace, and you're like, I was literally in one 3 months
Your
ago
wife that almost died, like really almost died.
with a neck brace on.
I don't know why. It just made me laugh that like you just like have this random thing about people being late for a cruise ship, and he just has a random thing about neck braces. I
Missing
don't know.
trains is also great for me. Missing buses.
Anyone running after something that they're trying to get onto.
Yeah, I never run after a train that I'm late for.
Or if you ever seen someone, like it happens in the city a lot because there's tons of buses, when it starts pulling away and they can't get on the bus in time and they start banging the side of the bus, like that's going to do something. Like the bus driver's going to be like, oh,
So
Danny down there needs to get on.
it's interesting that you bring that up because I don't think it's funny when somebody misses a subway because that'll like whatever. There's one every 5 minutes. Like who cares? Like they try to get in, it's packed. Like that's not a big deal. But when someone misses a bus in the city, I think it's fucking awesome because there is a guy who's driving that bus
who's like, fuck this dude.
It's the best when they're like hitting it, going like, oh, I need to get on the bus. He's like, I'm not gonna let you.
It's not happening. I have the power.
I'm not opening this door.
Yep.
I'm just gonna keep driving.
Keep patting my bus.
Yeah.
Keep
you
patting
can touch it all you want.
Yeah. Not doing anything.
You're gonna end up getting hurt.
Yeah.
Because it's a big bus.
Yeah.
And you are a little person.
Yeah.
Who just missed the bus.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
Wait for another one.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And that's the other. Nobody is in that much pain because of it. You get another bus.
It's inconvenient.
It's annoying.
It's annoying.
Like I knew you were gonna get your clothes back out the incinerator.
Did you? Because what if I told you they just burned up? Because that could have just as easily happened.
I mean, I'll tell you. If you said clothes had just burned up, I'd be like, somehow you made the story even better. That's fucking awesome.
Right. You know when
they're on fire.
You know when we didn't get our clothes back? When we took a trip to Florida, just when people in the pandemic started traveling a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't have been. We were like, we must get out of here.
You got to get out of the house. And also, I mean, what a luxurious time to travel. You get the whole, half the cabin to yourself.
So we get to the airport and we realize Matt has left his bag at home. His whole bag.
Oh.
The entire suitcase. So we're like.
How does it even happen?
Party the night before.
Yeah.
Might be a little hung.
Sure.
Then we get to TSA. We're trying to figure out how we're going to get his bag. Then we get to
At least TSA will be easy.
Right.
There's nothing to check.
Well, we've got my bag. We've got the kids' bags. And we go through. Then when we land, we realize somehow we left the kids' suitcase at TSA.
What?
Never got it back. Our friends who were meeting us in Florida, our friends, Michelle and Brian.
The Maticos?
Yes. They went over to our apartment and they got Matt's bag. We had the doorman let him in. So they brought it to the airport and met us down in Florida. The kids'
They were going to Florida?
Yes, they were meeting us there. We went with a bunch of friends. And we never, some people...
You just left the kids' bags at TSA?
I don't know. I just remember...
You didn't go from, you weren't that means that you went from the gate, from TSA checkpoint.
We had my bag.
To the gate with one bag. And nobody was like... This seems much lighter than usual.
A long night the night before. And the thing is he was so revved up and upset that he had left his bag. It was like, okay, let's just get through TSA. And the kids aren't going to be like, what about our bag? They didn't give a shit.
Do you think the kids knew?
No, they knew because we had to go to Target.
But do you think they knew as you were leaving the bag, like, oh my God, they left it?
No.
Okay.
Couldn't have cared less.
Because when I was a kid, if I realized they forgot the bag, I probably would have been like, this is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, let's leave it.
Let's leave it.
Don't tell mom and dad.
No. This is so cool.
So you've been like this since birth.
It's awesome.
We
Because what's going to happen next? I don't know. What would happen?
I don't know. It's so exciting.
It's exciting.
When we land and realize, and then he's looking at me like this is my fault. I'm like, yo, brother, Hulk style, you just left your bag at our apartment and then proceeded to allow me, because I was upset trying to figure out how to get your bag, to leave the kids in the x-ray machine, basically is what happened.
I mean, he was with you.
We never got them back,
but
by the way.
He was with you.
I don't care.
No. Meaning...
Yeah, he's just as much at fault.
Yeah,
right.
You're both...
Anyways, sometimes if the
Plus, he didn't even have a bag to think about.
Nothing.
Because he didn't bring his.
The only thing you're not responsible for.
Yeah, I would
children.
say on that one, he doesn't really have any leg to stand
Thank
on.
you.
Why didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
And when we, if the airline loses your bag, sometimes they track it down. They can eventually get it to you. We never got those bags. I don't even know what was in those bags.
No. And you had to buy them all new stuff from Target?
All new clothes.
That had to be exciting for them.
It was.
Yeah.
Not for me.
How long were you in Orlando for?
5 days.
Right, so 5 new outfits.
Oh, more than that, please. You have the nighttime outfit.
That's right.
You got bathing suits for
new
during the
PJs,
day.
new bathing
everything.
suits, new everything.
It was awesome. So really, the Ryans have been on a roll for a minute.
Well, what a mess, huh?
Yeah, but it's who I am.
Does it ever calm down, or do you not want it to calm down?
I don't know. I feel like it keeps life exciting. Yeah, in theory, I'm always like, why is it like this? Why are we like this? But I'm a happy girl.
Right. And I feel like if you wanted it to calm down, you could calm it down.
I probably could pay attention a little bit more. Maybe I could chill a little more and not party so much.
Yeah, maybe not getting shit-faced right before you travel.
And just like taking it a little bit easier in life. But I'm just always running, always going. We talk about this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been a hot mess since the beginning.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. But yeah, I do think.
But because you've been living that thug life.
Yeah, but once the thug life is in you, you really can't get it out.
Right. You
know,
don't have
you
a
can't.
choice. It's who
You don't think
are.
that she was onto something? Like now that you look at it, think about don't take all of the contact.
Oh, when you do that, that's kind of thuggish.
Pretend I'm not laughing.
Okay.
Okay? Like take all the context. Like you don't know
Like,
me.
can you give me? Don't growl, but like, make a face like you're growling.
Like I'm just
No,
not yet.
no,
Okay.
we're not there yet. You can work on it though.
Maybe also because I'm at the elementary school.
Right.
A lot of suburban
Comparatively speaking,
like
you look
douches.
Right.
And I show up like
Right. Okay. I
Did you see it
saw
for
it.
a second?
I just saw it.
Okay, for a second
I
you
saw
saw
it for
it?
1 second only. But I
probably-
feel like that's
probably what she's seeing.
traction there. Yeah, like is there a bunch of like people with like vest, like midtown uniform dudes?
There's definitely people with vests. And not that many dudes, you know, right?
Right.
Like a lot of women. So it's probably, yeah.
Right. So they're like, ooh, maybe they were oogling you. Maybe they were into you.
I mean,
Everyone loves a bad boy. I don't know anyone who doesn't love a bad boy.
when you
Or
say,
the idea of one.
yeah, I feel like if your lady tells you somebody is like, oh, that guy looks a little dangerous. That guy looks a little thugged out. It's like, don't let your lady around that dude.
Like American Psycho. Like Patrick Bateman.
Right.
He's a serial killer.
Yeah, for sure.
I would definitely fuck him.
You understand, like he did vaginal stuff with a.
I'm aware. But I feel like with me, maybe he'd be a little more gentle.
He dropped a chainsaw on a
Oh,
lady.
I know. It was a mess.
Yeah. Remember Al, the homeless guy? Told him he reeked of shit and stabbed him a whole bunch of
That
times?
was really mean.
Yeah.
But I'm not Al. I'm me.
You are you.
Right?
Right.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, everyone loves, even if it's like from any extreme, like just like a guy that looks kind of bad and like rugged to a serial killer like Patrick Bateman.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it takes a special person that's like, oh, a serial killer. That's even better.
Am I the special person?
I think so.
Okay.
Because I don't think you're lying.
No. I mean, I know it's wrong. I know it's fucking weird, but I'm kind of attracted to it.
You're attracted to Michael Myers. You love
I
Halloween.
am. And I was just looking at, what's his name? Pennywise.
Pennywise the clown.
I saw when I was driving home from trying to steal a
Pennywise.
woman's car. I saw someone had a sick display in their front yard. It was Pennywise, a skeleton Pennywise.
The new Pennywise, not the Tim Curry Pennywise.
Yeah, the new one.
Do you like the new one? Or you didn't see it?
The latest one? I watched like the first half hour, and I was like,
Right.
I'm more of an OG girl. You like the new, not the OG.
I love the OG. I love part 1 of the new, not part 2 of the new.
Okay.
Part 2 of the new, I feel like they fumbled the ball hard.
Oh, you really are into football.
Oh yeah, I am. That's my life.
You know what? That's one day that could be a fun costume. You could have your son be Georgie, and you could be Pennywise. That's cool.
Pennywise killed Georgie,
But it's like a fun outfit.
and like he's got his arm like thing, and I'm just like
Whatever.
holding like, hey, look, I got his arm.
Yeah, just get like a little red balloon,
You'll
a cute
all
little
float down here.
Yeah, like a little
yeah.
yellow jacket. It could be fun.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to know what it is. It's more for you.
Well, he could probably figure it out if he's like got his arm pinned up, and I'm holding a severed arm with his sleeve on it.
Right.
Like he's not an idiot.
You don't have to do that part.
That's kind of essential.
Also, Halloween's for us, remember?
That's true.
Wu-Tang's for the kids,
Wu
Halloween's
Tang is
for us.
you guys have Wu Tang. That's for the children. Halloween's for us.
You know, baby.
Yeah, I love it. Well, look, I appreciate everybody that's jumped on board with us.
Yeah.
This is where we're going to be supplying you with the Satisfying Podcast every single week, exclusively here on this YouTube channel. So make sure that you're subscribed here to this YouTube channel. We put clips and everything. We've been putting clips up. We've got social media across the board.
Yes.
Satisfying Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Satisfying Pod on TikTok and Twix, I want to say. But you can go to satisfyingpodcast.com.
It's just always going to be funny.
Twix.
Twix, my favorite.
Are you a right or a left?
I'm a righty.
Twix.
Oh, sorry.
I love that you were just like, we're just talking about what my dominant hand is my right.
My dominant hand is my right, but I do prefer a left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love Twix. I eat 4 at a time.
Do you?
Yeah. I get the shareable. I don't share.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love that for you, actually.
Well, you know what? Kind of a thug.
Do you get you on that note?
So I'm not going to share with these candy bars.
You'll steal some.
Oh, for sure.
That's what you do.
Don't let me around to get a convenience
No.
store. I'll steal everything.
Shoot up the place. Actually, take your switchblade, stab up the place.
That's right.
You don't even open it thug like.
That's just for opening packages from eBay. Okay. Yeah, it's not. It's really used for opening toys. So, if we're being entirely
Honest.
If we're being entirely honest, that's what it's for. All right, guys. And don't forget to leave a comment.
Yes.
Hit like, do the whole thing. Where can they find you, Nicole?
I'm at Mashup Nicole across the board.
Yes.
Even on Twix.
Even on. Are you still using?
Mashup, I don't use it,
Right.
but I'm there. If
Right.
you want to come find me, I'm there.
I'm there. Always can use them followers.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys soon.